Shemai GTA chums. One of my favourite cars are on discount this week. I'm not talking about the Vectra, the Growler. Yes, the Vectra is better lap time for tuners races than the Growler in theory, but I think I prefer the Growler. Gotta be honest, I prefer the Growler. And I would race this over the Vectra just because I like it more. I just like it. You gotta do what you like in this game. So we're gonna modify the vehicle first off and show you why this is one of the best Porsches in the game. Right, chums, we have condensed the customization down to a number of minutes. So I've sped through a lot of these things like livery. So if you want to pause it and have a look, by all means do that, and you can see exactly what I've gone for. But the idea is I've gone for a reasonably clean kind of lime green build. You can see the matte colour there. It looks great in lime green. You could go for any bright colour. You could even go for, I was tempted by a matte grey, but not really loving it. Also, the secondary colour went for a ultra blue because that contrasts the green nicely, but without being sickly. And all the internals, there's a lot of options here, which is why I've sped it up, because I just got dragged down. I was on the night shift, so really struggled to get the customization. Now these lights down below do not work. That's why I was talking about that, and I did test them, but not in the video. Later on, and they don't. So there are a few things. Also, if you're thinking about the Comet, so there is actually the S2 as well, which is the other variant of the tuners cars. So the two tuners Porsches, the Growler and the Comet S2. They look very similar, but have different looks to them, different cars. But there are very similar customizations to them, so they're interchangeable in many ways, except for the bumper delete. That's the thing that you get with the S2, and that's a real saving grace, if you can call it that, deleting your bumper basically. But they are similar performance-wise, both rear-wheel drive cars. But we'll talk about that in a bit with the drive. I was struggling with the lip. So ducktail, all those ducktails. You can also put a spoiler on, which is ridiculous. And we're adding all these accents with the splitters there and the diffusers. Do not put a roof box on it; you will disappoint me immensely. But if you do put a blue one on, that's a lesson learned there. Gone for a reasonably clean build because I like my Porsches to look clean. There it is. You want to put it on for racing, the spoiler, but I don't think the spoilers are very good. They don't go in line with the ducktails. Also, I wanted to put a sun strip, but no, I couldn't find one that just looked right. You can colour up the headlights and all that, the tail lights. That's nice. You can colour up that side bit. Lots of nice customization. You can really make it your own, no problem with this car. And finally, the rims, nice gold, I think, to go with that green. Or was it? No, it was a straw brown. That was it. Classic. There we go. So onwards, we finished it. Look at that, those rims. Those are ideal. I think I did a good job on them. Let's take a right, Clyde. Oh yeah, we could have done with that spoiler. How come? Yeah, I just bumped it. That's why. Okay, this is a very nice car, but you want to put the spoiler on to get the corners nicely. And yeah, I think it's a lot better than the if you've got the Comet S2 and you think that's the best for racing for tuners class, it isn't. This is a couple of seconds faster than the S2. Believe it or not, believe it because it's true. Oh, don't, buy it, do your own testing. That's the way to do it. Don't believe Gruffy, don't believe me. Do your own testing. Stop being lazy. I've done it. I'm not just relying on Bruffy. I've done actual lap times and then my own little spreadsheet. It's rubbish. It's not as in-depth as Bruffy's. Bruffy's put a lot more work into his. But I've still at least made the effort. A lot of these tubers don't. They just take Bruffy's words and believes them and goes, yeah. And they talk about how it feels. I mean, I've talked about how it feels before. And I got it wrong, immensely wrong. And I see people get it wrong all the time. And then when Bruffy's video comes out, inevitably, yep, it's the early hours in the morning, exhausted, so I need to finish this video. So yeah, this car it's probably the best Porsche 911 in the game, basically. So for that reason, you're buying it, and you could race it in tuners class races. So for that reason, you might want to buy it. But if you don't fancy any of that, then don't buy it. Anyway, if you found that useful, great car, great performance, love it. Find it useful, like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day if you're playing Das GTA.